Despite what people may think, dual naming doesn't take away a town, suburb or city's identity. It actually strengthens it. Across the ditch in New Zealand, the Kiwis have embraced Māori language, with many places, landmarks and even the country adopting traditional and European names. This week on Paint It Black, I take a look at the concept of dual naming and how it can help unite and educate all Australians. So stick around and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. The concept of dual naming can help all Australians feel more connected to Aboriginal history and culture while also keeping alive the dying Aboriginal languages. Whenever the debate on dual naming is brought up, people on both sides of the argument passionately defend their view. First, there's the argument that Aboriginal names should be included because Australia has always been Aboriginal land. History books and archaeological evidence proves we have been here long before the Europeans arrived on the shores and replaced our names for places with those of the invaders who found Australia. Because of colonisation, Aboriginal language has slowly started to die out as Aboriginal people were forced to speak English. Before the ships arrived, there were 250 Aboriginal languages across the country. Now there's roughly 13 languages that are considered strong.
We identify through our language everything that goes on in our country. It's just us. Language is us. The land, the country is us.
Dual naming could help keep Aboriginal language alive. So what's the argument against dual naming?
Reconciliation, not while this nonsense is on the agenda. Our First Nations people have got it the wrong way around. It is they who need to reconcile with the past and adapt to mainstream Australia. The concept that they can adopt a parallel culture in Australia with different criteria to the rest of us is totally unacceptable.
Many people feel that European names for places and suburbs is more traditional and common. But dual naming could reveal historical stories behind those areas that many Australians might have never have heard of before. Last year, the city of Mandurah made massive changes to be more inclusive and respectful of local Aboriginal groups when it became the first WA council to dual name local buildings. A report presented to councillors said that dual naming of prominent local buildings was a learning opportunity for the whole community and supported the recovery and revival of Noongar language.
To call a building a local Noongar name, that's really impressive as well, and it just shows that it's not just the city of Mandurah, but it's a greater community responsibility that we have in wanting to share cultural information and naming.
The council has also incorporated its dual naming for Mandurah, Mandragurup, around the city. Mandragurup translates to meeting place of the heart. This move has been welcomed by many local Aboriginal people. So what's the traditional Aboriginal name for your city? Let's take a look. Boorloo for Perth, Tardinia for Adelaide, Minjining for Brisbane, Warrung for Sydney, Ngambri, Canberra, Naarm, Melbourne, Nipaluna, Hobart, Garlma, Darwin. Dual naming isn't about blackwashing Australian history. It's about accepting all of this country's history, including Indigenous people. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And be sure to head to thewest.com.au and look for my opinion pieces.